Hey, my name's Rebecca, and I wanted to share a little bit about my story in hopes that it could actually help somebody else. Currently, my life does not look the way it did 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I found myself as a suddenly single mom, raising two boys on my own, financially struggling with my own depression and the realizations of what I was facing. And I had two boys, little boys, and one of whom had severe depression from as long as I can remember. His chemicals had always been imbalanced, and it was quite an undertaking. I didn't really know where my life was headed. I knew that you just keep going and keep fighting and you try to be the best mom you can. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but never quit trying, and eventually found myself getting remarried to a wonderful man who adopted my boys because not only did one of them have severe depression, but they struggled with the pain of abandonment and the ongoing pain from that. So I'm very grateful that my husband stepped in, and he always says he fell in love with my boys before he fell in love with me. I believe it. They're pretty amazing. And I inherited another son, and now we have a house full of boys. We've been married 8 years and have had all the ups and downs that go along with that. So that's a little bit on my background. So if somebody sees me right now, they're gonna see, oh gosh, she's in Hawaii right now on a vacation. I do a lot of traveling. I have my beautiful boys, all of them, because our family definitely grew. But life did not always look this way. Having a child that struggled with severe depression was extremely challenging because I was constantly looking for what was gonna work better for my son. And we became fierce in our hunt for something that was going to help him. My husband has also struggled with ADHD and had a very hard time controlling his reactions and emotions and things through his life that resulted in some pretty tough situations, to say the least. And so to find something that would actually help balance his nervous system, help balance our son's nervous system, help me with my depression that I was struggling with, seemed so far off. I had grown up around natural medicine, and I had tried lots of herbs. Our son was on, goodness, I can't even count how many different formulas. He was on at least 10 formulas from kindergarten on, all at the same time. So this little guy learned how to swallow pills at a very young age. Keep in mind, it is mental. You can swallow your pills. You just have to get your mind to agree with you on it. So for him, we bribed him and told him we'd give him $1 if he'd swallow them, and it worked. So he's a little trooper. But he was on so many formulas. And when he hit around, I want to say 7 years old, it seemed, no, I'm sorry, more like 8 years old. It seemed like he was going backwards. So, at this point I was looking at medications, possibly getting him in to get on some medications to help, balance out the chemicals in his brain. We were kind of at that point where that was our route we were about to take. Well, around that time, my sister, who is a recovering alcoholic and recovering addict, she had come upon some adaptogenic formulas that completely transformed her. I mean, completely transformed her. And being that she and I are so close, I got to watch this, firsthand, seeing her change and transform, and the clouds lift, and she became this strong, powerful woman, which she always was, but she was never able to see it until now. So I watched this happen for her, and so that's when we decided to try these formulas. I kept my arsenal, kept all my herbs for my son and my husband and for our family. And we tried these formulas. And I kid you not, it was 3 days before we started to see the clouds lift on our son. It was like he started to become lighter and less reactive and calmer and happier and sillier and more cooperative. I mean, it was like something just completely shifted in him. So this was a huge indicator of what was to come. So we, of course, continued him on the program. My husband added on to the program. I got on the program, and it was like I started seeing myself not be so down. I had more energy, more ability to focus and handle the things that life threw at me. I saw my husband's reactions calm down. I saw him react better to stressful situations. And I started to realize this man needed the tools to be able to react better. His heart always wanted to react better, but he didn't have the tools. And with the tools and the motive and the desire to change, you can change. And so I started to see all these things change in our lives, and it was like our family just completely started to flow better. And so the longer we were on these formulas, the longer I saw our son flourish and do better and better and better and better. And now he's 16 and he's doing phenomenal. And the longer I saw my husband change and shift, it was like this was really only going to get better for our family. So once that shift happened, that's when I decided to start a business with Soul. And it has completely changed our lives. We were sitting out last night with our son talking, and I was saying how I couldn't believe how much these formulas have changed our life. And I was thinking about the fact that I get to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of my kids and be available for them and travel and have a income that I wasn't even making when I worked full time. And my son, I didn't say that part, but my son was like, yeah, it totally changed my life. And it just made my heart so happy because he's 16. And like, I think about where his life would be if we didn't have these formulas and if we didn't have something that really worked. And the kind of dark depression he's suffered from. And I see these kids suffering now, with suicides and drug abuse, and, they're smoking weed to calm their brain and to feel better. But then the depression doesn't go away because the depression's still there. The imbalance is still there. So you're seeing these kids struggle and they're looking for a way to feel normal, and it just makes it worse. And so to hear my son, when I said, I can't believe how much it's changed our life, to hear him say, oh my goodness, him reflecting on how it's changed his life, it made me so incredibly happy. And I thought, I have to make a video because I think of all of the people, adults, kids, teenagers, older ones that are struggling to get by every day. They're fighting depression and anxiety. They're dealing with pain issues, a hard time controlling their emotions. They're reactive. People are angry. I watch people around me and they're angry. People are so reactive, so quick to be harsh with one another. And everyone is just fighting their own inner battles. People are walking around trying to function in society where their brains are not functioning right. They're not balanced. And to have found specific adaptogenic formulas that actually work, that have actually kept our son okay, you could not put a price tag on what this has done for him. I know now that he's going to go through his life and he's going to be okay. He has the tools. My husband has the tools. I have the tools. And to think of all the people that I know that if they just have the tools, they can live the life that they want to live. They can reach the goals they want to reach. Whether it's spiritual goals, physical goals, career goals, whatever. If you had the tools to help your body to balance out and your mind to balance out, think of what you can do, who you can help. And so for the families out here and the individuals out here that are struggling so hard to hang in there and trying to plug each day through school, through work, whatever it is that they're struggling through, if you had the tools to do that better and happier, wouldn't you want to do that? So this is why I do what I do. I've watched this change people's lives that struggle with fibromyalgia. I've watched people that struggle with addiction totally change their lives with these formulas. I've watched people with horrible digestive issues. I mean, colitis and I mean, all sorts of issues in the gut that completely changed. People that struggle with insomnia, people that work nights and then work days and have to balance out their body because they're so out of whack. I have watched people change their lives with these specific adaptogenic formulas. So my job is to share it with people. My job is to make sure people know that there is something better out there. There is something that works. And I so much want to see people see the reward of this in their life and how you can have hope. There is something better. You're not doomed to just suffer through this existence right now. There is a way for you to feel better, do better, live better, and be happier. So I hope this helps somebody. If someone shared this video with you, get with them. If you just stumbled upon this, feel free to message me. Please feel free to message me, call me, text me, whatever, email, private message me. I would love to answer any questions. But you guys have a great day, and I hope this helps somebody. And if it just helps one person, I'm super happy. So you have a great day, and talk to y'all soon. Bye.